So, I want to be passed around so bad, but my boyfriend just wants a monogamous relationship. It's 2024. Expecting to be with one person for your entire life is, unreasonable. I'm a young 18-year-old Latina. I'm trying to get my face blasted by multiple men. I haven't even had a quickie in a bathroom stall. I have so much to live for. And you're telling me that I have to stay with this one guy because I love him so much. But there's literally guys out there with 13-inch meats waiting to destroy me.
We interrupt this program to prescribe you with 1,000 milligrams of red vitamins.
Right here, right now. It's the right time, It's the right sound. Right now. Tell the whole pipe down. Tell the nigga pipe down.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. And you already know, Reclaim Your Throne. Alright guys, so this music is copywritten, but I wanted to show you this video because it is extremely important. You have a Ukrainian woman, and we all know that there is a war going on, okay? And, I mean, from my understanding, there's been almost 500,000 close to 500,000 Ukrainian men who have been slain during this war, which is an absolute travesty. It's a damn shame. I advocate for the ending of this war. And, you know, we saw that someone did an interview with a certain leader who is involved with this certain war that I am discussing. But we're not going to get into that so that we do not face strict censorship and shadow banning. However, this woman is claiming to have mourning her man. And what does she do? First thing she does is get on a plane, fly somewhere, go on vacation, and pole dance or whatever the hell she's doing, some sexual dances, thirst trapping, essentially. Guys, if y'all are military men and you have wives at home, I'm not saying all, but in this day and age, see, back in the day, those women really loved those men and whatnot. In this day and age, you're a check to her. You're a walking check. You're life insurance to her. So you guys, I would not advise you to be married if you are in the military unless you're not going to see combat like that. Because these women, they will take all your money. They'll take your life insurance plan, and they will go and smash another guy. I actually met a woman who was fleeing Ukraine, and she had family on both sides. She had Russian family. She had Ukrainian family. And I met this woman. I was talking to this woman, and we get into deep conversation, and it ends, come to find out, this woman is straight selling pussy, okay? And she's like, yeah, well, I do a little of this on the side to make ends meet and whatnot. Bro, I'm telling you right now, these women do not care about their men like that. They really don't. They really do not. They are taking the opportunity to flee their country, going to Miami and selling pussy and starting OnlyFans and doing things like that. If you call this mourning, then I don't know what mourning is. You know, she should be upset for a little bit longer, at least. Let the body get cold into the ground. But no, the first thing she does is go to some, it looks like she's damn near stripping. Guys, do not fall for these traps. Y'all over here cuffing these women, then going off to war and dying. And she is using your death for content. This is absolutely disgraceful.
So, I want to be passed around so bad, but my boyfriend just wants a monogamous relationship. It's 2024. Expecting to be with one person for your entire life is, unreasonable. I'm a young 18-year-old Latina. I'm trying to get my face blasted by multiple men. I haven't even had a quickie in a bathroom stall. I have so much to live for. And you're telling me that I have to stay with this one guy because I love him so much. But there's literally guys out there with 13-inch meats waiting to destroy me. It would just be so unfortunate if I were to go my whole entire life without getting piped by at least 100 different people. just to see who I like the most. So I want to be passed around.
So there you have it, guys. This is a window into the soul of every single modern woman. I'm telling you right now, this is exactly how every single woman, Gen Z woman, thinks. If you think that I'm lying about this, then you just need to, as they say, touch grass, bro. Because this is an exact representation of what I always say. Modern women have the digital footprint of an adult film actress, okay? And more, the hottest girls are becoming intercourse workers or involving themselves in some type of modeling or intercourse work. Bro, I'm telling you right now, if she has, at this point, I used to say it was 100K followers on Instagram, but now it's a little harder to build a following on Instagram. If she has over 50K followers on Instagram and she's a baddie, I almost guarantee that she is selling pussy via OnlyFans or actually escorting or stripping or some type of intercourse work. She is doing that, okay? So the reality is that in this day and age, these modern women are moving completely out of control, okay? And they want to get their back blown out by multiple different men. They want to get passed around. And I just say, hey, man, don't save her. She don't want to be saved, because you guys are over here taking these women and getting in relationships with them and thinking that you're doing the right thing. And you know, meanwhile, she's over here thinking about getting her back blown out by multiple different men. Guys, you have to wake up. You have to be aware. The hottest girls, if you want a hot girl, you are at some point, you are probably going to have to accept the fact that she is going to be involved in intercourse work. And that's why you need to follow my channel so that I can show you how to deal with these women. I've dealt with a lot of intercourse workers, dealt with a lot of strippers. I know exactly how they think. Hooters girls, Twin Peaks, you name it, bro. I know exactly how they think, and I can tell you how to navigate these relationships where you're not giving commitment, where you're not giving full commitment, and where you're still getting what you want out of it. All right, guys, so this video is a little longer, so I am not going to play it straight through. I'm actually going to break it down line by line, bar for bar. And this is what sounds to me like a black woman breaking down how to avoid red vitamin men. So it should be extremely interesting. And she's going to mention, you know, some quotes from content creators that we might be familiar with over here in this space. So can't wait to get into it. Let's go.
Okay, guys, so welcome back to How to Avoid Red Pill Men. I saw you guys' comments, and I know I left a lot of words off the list because I was just thinking of the words right off the top of my head. So I added those to the list, and we're going to go over it before we jump into step 2. So it's high value, traditional, cooperative, beta, cuck, you know, Western women. Bop is a new one, but it is definitely red pill.
Okay, for one, bop is not new. Bop has been around since the 80s, the 90s. Like, I remember my parents and were talking about bops and this and that, and my uncles and shit. So bop is not new. But here are some things that she has sketched out. Number 1, know the keywords and phrases that they say. And obviously, I've been told you guys, don't share red vitamin videos with women. It's strictly for men. Any woman in the red vitamin space. Obviously, you know, we have some allies and all this kind of stuff, but mostly they're just in it grifting. They're chameleons. They're trying to get a check. They don't really care about men and men's struggles like that. But she says modern women, independent women, equality, feminist, feminism, female, simp, submission, submissive, alpha, good guy, masculine, feminine, sexual marketplace, body count, leading. It's okay for me to, okay, I think it's okay for me to go out and cheat. What do you bring to the table? Hit the wall. You deserve better. Gold digger, Chad, bitches / hoes. Okay, so apparently if you use any of these phrases, you are red vitamin. Also, she adds high value, traditional, cooperative, beta cuck, Western women, bop, 304, fit and friendly, Pookie and Ray Ray. And she says the holy trinity is equality, feminism, and independent.
304, fit and friendly, Pookie and Ray Ray. Pookie and Ray Ray is more so used by a specific demographic.
Yeah, she's talking about black men. I don't know why she just didn't say that.
of men, but nonetheless, there's still red pill, so they still gotta go. Okay, y'all, so part one is to weed out the men who are actually dumb enough to use those words, but the majority of men who consume red pill content are smart enough not to use them.
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, I haven't heard a lie so far. She has been, a little insulting, but I do say the same thing. Guys, these terms are not to be used on dates. You don't go to a woman and say, "What do you bring to the table? What's your body count?" And that's probably a term that she missed too, body count. But you don't go to the date. You let the woman talk, and then you determine. She's going to tell you stories about her ex. Point blank. I've never been on a date with a woman and she doesn't talk about her ex, okay? She's going to tell you stories about her ex. You listen. You allow her to talk 80% of the time. You respond 20% of the time with verbal, non-verbal cues and then leading questions so that she continues to talk. I keep trying to tell you guys this, but y'all over here trying to give your opinion on how modern relationships should be this. Shut the hell up. If you want to get laid, shut your mouth and listen, verbal and nonverbal cues, and then leading questions. That is how you do it. Don't mention no red vitamin stuff. Don't say, "Oh, well, Fresh and Fit did this," or "Oh, well, AMS did this," or "Steph is cold did this." Stop. "Oh, FitX Fearless, this is a guy that I look up to." Don't tell them who you look up to. Don't tell them anything about yourself unless it is pertinent information that she needs to know to keep the conversation flowing. Other than that, shut the hell up. Now, if she brings up red vitamin, if she brings up red pill, then just be like, "Yeah, man, I mean, I think those guys are over exaggerating. Yeah, maybe some of them make a few, decent points. But overall, I don't agree with anything those guys say." And then you wink to yourself and you keep it pushing. Guys, women should not have ever known what the red vitamin was. Now, it did go mainstream because of Fresh and Fit, and we do thank them for that because the reach goes to more men. We love that. But at the end of the day, you do not discuss the red vitamin with women. Point blank, period. Now, I know it's popular to do it on panels and stuff like that for entertainment purposes. Okay, cool. That's an exception. But you do not go on dates and then try and explain the red vitamin praxology to women. It just doesn't make sense. That's why she's saying, yeah, there's some guys who are overt and there's more men, the more intelligent minded men who are covert about their red vitamin affiliation, which I think is the best way to be.
So this is why we have part two, right? Step two is knowing their tactics. Their goal is to create emotional turmoil in order to get you in a vulnerable place so they can get what they want. And how they're going to do that is by doing all of this. And these are...
Now, here's the bullshit. Bro, if you look any type of decent, you don't have to do any of this. 80-20 rule when it comes to conversation. And I guarantee you, if you say, "Shit, you trying to chill after this? You're gonna get laid." These modern women are not holding it out. They're not holding out like that. They're fucking. So all these things that she's saying, yeah, it probably worked 5 years ago. And I'm not saying that it still doesn't work, but this is like old AMS talking points that she's basically bringing up.
Are the things that they said. They're gonna try to get you to fall in love and feel attached.
So that's love bombing.
Push and pull, hot and cold. Never compliment you, try to get...
So that's negging, a form of negging.
...you to chase and view them as a prize, break you down, make you submit, punish you, pretend not to...
So that's Frank Castle, punished for bad behavior.
...be into you, stress you out and give you anxiety, acting nonchalant, presenting themselves as the dream guy, stringing you along for as long as possible, sending you mixed signals, trying to train you, and putting in as little effort as possible. So one thing I need you ladies to know is all of their tactics, every single one of these falls under emotional manipulation, okay? All of their
Wow. So this is emotional manipulation, but when women are trying to use you for money and findom, financial dominatrix, and trying to get free meals out of you, which 1/3 of women have admitted to going on dates for foodie dates, as they like to call them, getting free meals, getting sugar daddies, getting on Instagram or dating apps and getting hella validation and swipes, ghosting men in the text messages, ghosting men in the Instagram DMs. None of that is emotional manipulation, but everything that men do is emotional manipulation. Okay, got it.
Tactics revolve around emotional manipulation. But today we're going to focus on number one, which is trying to get you to fall in love and get attached. This is how they're going to try to get you to fall in love and get you emotionally attached. They're going to do all of these things. They're going to smooth talk you, sweet talk you. And this is actually important because whenever we think about red pill men, right? We think about these angry, aggressive, women hating men, in which they are.
Okay, so this is the problem. These are the same women who will call red vitamin men incels. Y'all are incels, y'all are incels. Now she's painting a picture of red vitamin men actually attracting women, actually going on dates, actually getting women to fall in love with them. And, which one is it? Are we incels? Are we not getting laid? Are we repulsing women? Or are we these smooth fucking players who are just fucking everything that walks and manipulating and emotionally manipulating and abusing every single woman we encounter? Which one is it? It can't be both. This is why these feminists, they just don't get it. They can't get it and they never will.
But they know that in real life, that doesn't translate well. So their initial approach is not going to be aggressive. So you have to remember that. They're going to use charm and charisma. And actually, I took this out of the video. I actually quoted it. He says, take them out, have a great time. You're laughing, loving, kissing on her. Then you disappear for 3 days. Y'all, this is the give you an experience and push and pull hot.
I don't want to misquote, but I believe that's AMS talking points. It could be. I don't know.
Cold. This is it right here. This is their game. It's right here, right in front of your face. Then the next one is sending mixed signals, okay? Y'all, this is from the same video. One day you're feeding them scraps. You know I can't live without you, baby. You have to show them love sometimes. Then you look at them like you don't give a fuck that they're dead or alive. You have to feed the bitches scraps from time to time. Throw them a bone.
Yeah, that's definitely AMS right there.
Baby, you know daddy's been thinking about you. Then I don't answer my phone for the next day. So yeah, y'all, that was the say one thing and do the other. That was quoted. This was quoted verbatim from the video. So this is it. This is their game laid out right in front of your face. The next thing he goes on to...
And here's the thing. All of this works. I mean, it really does work, especially if the woman is into you and especially if you bust the cheeks before. It works.
Say is cut things off whenever she misbehaves. So basically that the woman will think that the man has a bunch of options and she can be replaced at the drop of a hat. So it's so many things to go into. It's just so many things to talk about. But
so she's talking about, oh, the man has options and he can replace her at a drop of the hat. But the video that we just did yesterday, what did that woman say? I have so many options on dating apps. I just swipe. I got thousands of matches and you only have one. So it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck them.
But let me tell you guys what the takeaway is. So the takeaway for step 2, part 1 is never tell a guy what you're looking for. Don't give these men a cheat sheet on how to get what they want, okay? Always keep your emotions at bay.
Well, here's the thing. Every time you go out with a woman and she thinks you're hot, she's going to tell you, oh, I'm looking for something serious. I don't want anything casual. So it's impossible for a woman to not tell the man what she's looking for. Most of the time, now, if you're not attractive and whatever, then she's going to say that, oh, well, she's probably using you for a foodie date. But if she genuinely thinks you're attractive, she's going to tell you she's looking for something serious. She's going to tell you she's done playing games. Even if she just got done fucking a guy 2 days ago, she's going to tell you, oh, well, I'm done playing games. None of these guys are serious, da-da-da-da. And that's exactly the game that she's going to sell you, which is emotional manipulation. But they don't categorize it as emotional manipulation because they genuinely convince themselves, and this is their narcissism and solipsism, they genuinely convince themselves that that's exactly what they're looking for. But in reality, they will still keep their options open. They still going to be talking to and snapping 10 different guys on Snapchat and 10 different guys in the DMs and guys on dating apps. Dude. So they're the ones who are really emotionally manipulating because most men, especially most men, are really genuine when they actually want to go out with a woman. Most men are not red vitamin. That's the whole reason why it's a red vitamin, because it's the minority of guys. So most men who are going out on these dates with women, they're really genuine. They really want a relationship. They really could see things going further. But the problem is these women aren't attracted to that. Women are not attracted to guys who want to commit off of the first date. Point blank, period. But when a guy, a player, sees that a woman wants commitment off the first date, he already is thinking in her head, man, she got a whole bunch of dudes she telling the same thing, which is literally true. It's absolutely true. Whereas when women go out on dates with men and they're getting sweet talked and smooth talked. They're thinking, oh, you probably do this with every woman. But the reality is the man hasn't had a date in 9 months. So he's shooting his load. He's throwing everything at the wall and hoping it sticks. That's why they're believing, oh, you must do this with everything. A man will literally go broke trying to impress one woman.
I hate that I even have to say that, but you can't be emotional with men who are plotting on you being emotional, if that makes sense, right? Never go by their words, always go by their behavior. Always, always, always go by their behavior, and their behavior must always be consistent, y'all. This is the biggest one of the video. This is the biggest one. When you only go by their behavior and how consistent they are, their whole game is foiled, especially for part 1 right here. Their whole thing is foiled because if he switches up.
No, yeah, but it doesn't matter. Once you have sex with the man, he's got you. So all this shit she's saying, oh, well, don't do this and don't do that and move like this and watch his behavior. It doesn't matter. It's all null and void. Once that woman has sex with that man, he has her, especially if he's a Chad, especially if he's hot, especially if, you know, he's, if it's a black woman, if he's her ideal thug max, then it's over. It's completely over. None of the rational thinking and, oh, well, is he telling the truth? All of that goes out of the window.
Even once, you got to get rid of him, okay? You just got to get rid of him. And if he breaks up with you or cuts things off, never go back. See, this is a thing I forgot to add in the video. They have this thing that they're doing where this is also one of their little tactics where they break up with you because they want you to come crawling back. They break up with you out of nowhere and they want you to come crawling back basically so they can take advantage of you, manipulate you, just do all these type of things. And y'all, it's just so many things we're going to talk about, so many things I'm going to break down. So y'all just stay tuned.
So you heard what she said. There are some valid points in there, but it's just so funny that these women are like, well, red pill men, they don't get laid. Who would ever sleep with a red pill guy? But then now she's breaking down, well, women are getting manipulated by red pill men and they're sleeping with them and then discarding them. So which one is it? Are red pill men incels or are we fucking everything that walks? But anyways, you already know what it is. It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. See your relationship request, hit the email down below, or screenshot of your CashApp so I know you're paying your ties, man. Y'all need to be on your motherfucking with the BS. You already know. Reclaim Your Throne.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.